Hello friends, sorry for inconvenience. We could not publish 3 lectures of current event in last 3 days. I tried to record videos while traveling, but it was a mess, so we decided to have it in this video only. So today we are going to cover current events video of 11th of December. Then we will be going backward 10th, 9th, and also we will be continuing with the 12th of December current event video. Every Sunday there won't be lecture, but today we'll try to cover current event lecture as well as brain teaser also. So welcome you all. First news is for environment. It is about mini Kaziranga. What is mini Kaziranga? You could get a question. So here remember, Pobitara Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam is also called as mini Kaziranga. Why? It is also known as mini Kaziranga. Why? It has the highest density of one-horned rhinoceros in the world. Remember, second highest concentration in Assam after Kaziranga National Park. That's why Kaziranga National Park, it is after Kaziranga National Park, Pobitara Wildlife Sanctuary is called as mini Kaziranga on the account of second highest density of one-horned rhinoceros. Too many cattle robbing rhinos of nutrition in mini Kaziranga can be found. This has been confirmed by the death of 2 rhinos whose alimentary canal had a high load of worms. That's why it has been confirmed. Because of nutritional stress caused by dry reeds and other such junk foods of the wilderness, it has caused death of these 2 one-horned rhinoceros. That's why we can call it as a mini Kaziranga, which is a Pobitara Wildlife Sanctuary. Then second news is about security. What is Submarine Day? Second is news, and celebrating the memory of INS Kalavari. This is important. Indian naval ship. INS full form stands for Indian Naval Ship. As if you go through the history books, you will realize, you will see come across one word, HMS. HMS stands for Her Majesty's Ship, which belongs to British ships. So same is INS. INS stands for Indian Naval Ship. So why it is in news, INS Kalavari Day, why it is being celebrated? So reason is, see, this Submarine Day is celebrated every year on 8th of December. It was on December 8th that the Indian Naval Ensign was unfurled on INS Kalavari, the first submarine to be inducted in Indian Navy. Remember, INS Kalavari is the first submarine to be inducted into the Indian Navy at Riga in Latvia, the erstwhile USSR in 1967. The full form of USSR stands for Union of Socialist Soviet Republic, that is old Russia. So remember, INS Kalavari has the significance. Here, few important points like Kalavari is the Malayalam name for tiger shark. It is named for the fish. Kalavari is a Malayalam name for tiger shark, a predator in the Indian Ocean. The Kalavari was decommissioned from Indian Navy in 1996 after almost 29 years of service into the Indian Navy. That's why it is a huge applause for INS Kalavari, which is celebrated as a Submarine Day. It is second news. Third news is about art and culture. It is about Indus Valley civilization. In Indus Valley civilization, cattle meat and buffalo meat has been found, or its residues have been found into the Indus Valley civilization in recent research by the Archaeological Survey of India. I gave you homework, search about Archaeological Survey of India and put its information on our YouTube comment box so that you can get a good idea, you can get a good encyclopedia in our comment box itself. So let's go in details of this thing. This is just simple thing. A new study has found the presence of animal product like including cattle and buffalo meat in ceramic vessels dating back to about 4,600 years back at Indus Valley civilization sites in the present day Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. So these 2 are important states where we have sites of Indus Valley civilization, which is also known as Harappa civilization, where meat of buffalo and cattle have been found in Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Then there are certain key findings. What are those key findings? About 50 to 60% of domestic animal bones were found came from cattle and buffalo. It seems that these are the 2 most important animals in Indus Valley civilization. The high proportion of cattle bones may suggest a cultural preference for beef consumption across Indus population. Second important aspect. Third, here remember, it's supplemented by the consumption of mutton from lamb or goat. Here remember, lipid residues. Lipid is a kind of fat, which fats are composed of lipids. lipid residues in the Indus pottery show a dominance of animal products in the vessel is a clear-cut indication. So these points are important from your preliminary point of view, also from mains point of view. It talks about the culture of Indus Valley civilization. It talks about the eating habits of Harappa civilization. Next news is about science and technology. A new idea is there. What is narrowband Internet of Things Network? IoT stands for Internet of Things Network. I will be taking a complete new concept on what is this Internet of Things. Just here, try to understand what is this. Try to have information about this news. I will go in details of Internet of Things later on. Here, remember, it is a first of its kind partnership by BSNL. BSNL in partnership Skylo announced the world's first satellite-based narrowband Internet of Things network in the India. That's why it is important. BSNL is important, Skylo is important. Second important thing, to bring a breakthrough in satellite-based narrowband Internet of Things technology, this partnership was done between BSNL and Skylo. Here remember, in achieving the targets of Digital India Mission, right? This was our important scheme launched by Government of India, helping farmers, fishermen, mining, construction and logistic enterprises in India is one of the most important objective of narrowband Internet of Things network. This made in India solution will connect the BSNL satellite ground infrastructure and will provide important information. To provide innovative and affordable telecommunication services is the most important objective. Apart from NB-IoT is highly supporting 5G network which is going to be launched throughout the world in coming times. The next important news is about UNICEF, one of the important United Nations organization. Every year, December 11 is being celebrated as UNICEF Day. We'll go in what is the meaning of this UNICEF Day. You might not have gone through this logo very carefully. You can see here it is a mother and here it is mother and this is child and this is logo of United Nations that you can go through. This is very important United Nations organization about you should have a very good information. Let's go for it. What it says. See, every year on December 11, United Nations celebrates UNICEF Day. What are reasons? United Nations General Assembly created UNICEF on December 11, 1946. This is the date of creation and year of creation. Now here, UNICEF stands for United Nations International Children Emergency Fund. Remember the full form, United Nations International Children Emergency Fund. It was started in order to provide assistance, supplies and improve health, education, nutrition of children after World War II, which made them more vulnerable at the hands of all these world powers. Here remember about UNICEF, few important things. UNICEF works in more than 190 countries in the world. Second, it aims to save lives of children, defend their rights and help them fulfill their potential. Second important aspect. Third aspect, this is point where you could get a question. UNICEF was awarded Nobel Prize for Peace in the year 1965. Then about important institutions and functions of UNICEF: child protection, child environment, child development and nutrition, education. The next one, it is about polio eradication, then children's and their age, reproductive and child health advocacy, and UNICEF releases a State of World Children report. Last point is important. Which institution publishes State of Children report, World Children report? This could be asked. So remember, it is UNICEF which publishes World Children report, the most important thing, which is the point for your examination. Then next important is about water, right? National Ganga Clean Ganga project or Clean Ganga mission has started one of its own kind of conference, which is India Water Impact Summit. This is going to be started by National Mission for Clean Ganga. It organized 5th India Water Impact Summit. Here let's go in details of it, what it says. See, the first India Water Impact Summit will begin in December 10, 2020. What is the theme? Theme is important, on which you could get a question. Comprehensive analysis and holistic management of rivers and water bodies with a focus on Earth Ganga. Now what is this Earth Ganga is important concept. Now what is Earth Ganga? We'll go into it. The Namami Gange evolves around Earth Ganga. In simple term, it implies a development model that focuses on economic activities related to the Ganges river. It means developing all economic activities on the banks of river, on the surroundings of the river Ganga, so that make Ganga the real lifeline of people who are living in that entire catchment watershed basins of the Ganga. All cities should be made more economically sustainable in the regions of Ganga. Then next important news is about our one very important prize. It is Indian journalist author Raj Kamal Jha has been honored with the Rabindranath Tagore Literary Prize 2020. Her name is Raj Kamal Jha. Why it is important? She won third award. Raj Kamal Jha's book, very very important book, The City and the Sea, is based on the December 2012 Nirbhaya rape and murder case. Here about the award, Rabindranath Tagore Literary Prize. It was founded in 2018 by a US-based publisher Bundalo. The prize serves as a platform for world peace, literature, art, education and human rights is the important aspect. Then next is about Narinder Singh Kapani, the father of fiber optics, who passes away recently. That's why this news is there. Remember the name Narinder Singh Kapani is father of fiber optics and he is dead. Here are some important aspects about him. Here remember, he was living in United States. He was the first to transmit images through fiber optics back in the year 1954. That's why he is regarded as father of fiber optics. He was a renowned physicist, businessman and Sikh activist. He was called father of fiber optics and had more than 100 patents in his name, one of the greatest achievement for human being. About next thing, he was renowned physicist, founded Optic Technology Incorporation and Captron Incorporation in 1960 and 1973 were created by Narinder Singh Kapani. Kapani not only founded fiber optics but also used his own invention for the business purposes. That's why his name is important. You could get a question either on Narinder Singh Kapani or you could get a question on fiber optics. See, you must understand where we are getting question. You could get a question on out of any of these two things. The next one is about International Mountain Day. Why it is being celebrated, when it is celebrated is important. See, International Mountain Day is celebrated every year on 11th December 2020. It is a United Nations designated day to celebrate rich biodiversity as well as address the threats that mountain faces. It is being celebrated. Mountains are home to 15% of the world population. That's why they are significant habitat for the global population. Host about half of the world's biodiversity hotspot in the world. Then they provide fresh water for everyday life or half of humanity. Their conservation is key factor for sustainable development and is part of goal of 15 sustainable development goals as well as a part of 8 millennium development goals or national action plan on climate change that we founded was part of it. Theme is mountain biodiversity. This year's theme is mountain biodiversity. The next question is about Universal Service Obligation Fund, one of the important scheme that was being launched in previous year to have more and more telecommunication services in rural area is being got approval from the Union Cabinet. What are the aspects of this scheme? Let's go into it. The name of this scheme is Universal Service Obligation Fund. It is for providing mobile coverage in Arunachal Pradesh and 2 districts of Assam. The project would be funded by Universal Service Obligation Fund. It was created under Department of Telecommunication in 2002. The project is targeted to be completed by December 2022, almost 20 years. The work related to provision of 4G mobile services in identified uncovered villages is the most important objective of USOF. It will be awarded through open competitive bidding process. So that's all from this side. We'll be meeting you every day regarding current event. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.